Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
In this episode, I'd like to guide you through a fairly active form of Stoic contemplation that will hopefully help you in an obvious, practical way. It's an exercise in reframing, which is a powerful technique practicing Stoics use to look at difficult situations more constructively. The Stoic author William B. Irvine calls it the frame game and describes the game's ultimate goal creatively in his book, The Stoic Challenge. Quote, "A painting that looks hideous in one frame might look sublime in another. In art gallery terms, then, an optimist is someone who customarily places life's paintings into frames that make them look beautiful, and a pessimist is someone who places them into ugly frames." End quote. It can be difficult to understand how the exercise is done without observing a real-world example, and so there's a short video I've linked to in the description of this episode. It's from Tim Ferriss's interview with Dr. Gabor Mate, in which the technique is applied directly to an experience from Tim's life. It's a useful watch, but even if you don't have time to check it out, we're going to take inspiration from Dr. Mate and walk through the exact steps of the exercise now. So pause here if you need to find a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed for a few moments. I'll guide you through the steps and leave some space after each one to allow you to think about them, but you can of course pause the audio if you need more time. If you're ready, let's begin. Start by bringing to mind a recent episode when you were upset with someone in your life. This can be any situation of your choosing, involving any person you were agitated with. Visualize the situation in your mind and describe to yourself fully what happened. You may find it useful to write the description down or even to say it out loud to yourself. What was your emotional reaction to what happened? For example, sadness, anger, frustration, or any other emotion. What made you feel those emotions? What were you sad or angry or frustrated about? Other than not caring about or respecting you, what other possible reasons are there that the person acted the way they did? In your earlier answer to what you were emotional about, as in what you were sad, angry, or frustrated about, were you reacting to what happened or to your perception of what happened? That concludes the exercise, and I hope you found it useful. The intention of it is to show ourselves that our instinctive reactions often assume the worst, even when we can't be certain of another person's intentions toward us. It's common to say that we felt an emotional reaction because the other person didn't care about or respect us, and that's what made us upset with them. But we often attribute to malice what could reasonably be explained in countless other ways. By reframing situations as the Stoics taught, by considering other realistic perspectives and explanations, we can lighten the mental load of challenging moments. Repeat this exercise the next few times you're upset with someone. What if they're not intentionally disrespecting you? What if they're going through a hard time themselves? What if you can turn the situation around and help them?